Hi everyone, this is Andrea from Telegraphy and Tarot. Thanks for coming to my channel. So today we're going to do another pick a card this week, and this is going to be two piles, pile 1 and pile 2. I'm going to hide the word. This will be pile 1, and this is a soul tree image. Oops, I'm going to hide the word. Pile 1. And pile 2. So you can pick by the image, you can pick by the number, whichever card you're drawn to. You could sit and watch both piles if you prefer. And we'll see what messages that you have from Spirit today. So I'll see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1. So you picked the card Emerging. I couldn't help but notice inside this image is a face. I don't know if anyone can see it, but I see a face right here. There's a face right here. I don't know if you could see it, but it looks like a face. Anyway, this is your card, Emerging, and I'll read this to you at the end. I don't even think I'm going to have to read it. It's just about emerging, and we'll see what Spirit suggests about this card, and maybe we'll read it and see what comes out. But you also have Prosperity, number 30. Great. Maybe you're emerging into prosperity. Some hard work is growing. So what I'm going to do now is pull these are very large cards, but I'm going to pull an intuitive life coaching oracle card, if I can shuffle them. And then we're going to see what your message is. I'm going to put some cards out, and then we'll get into tarot. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile 1. What do they need to know about emerging and prosperity? Love this. What do they need to know? What message do they need to know? Okay. Very big cards. Recognition. Someone deserves to be recognized for all that they do. This is your card. I'll read this to you at the end to see how it pertains to your reading. Great message. So obviously, this hard work that you're doing, it's saying emerging prosperity. You're going to get recognized for this hard work that you're doing. How awesome is that? Okay, so I'm going to pull a Life Happens card. Okay, Spirit, Life Happens. Nurturing and Freedom. Great cards. Nurturing and Freedom. Let's pull some of these. Limitations and fears. Facade and beliefs. Celebration, gifts, and abundance. So I see a pattern already here, like you might have had fears that limited you from growing, and this is like nurturing and growing and prosperity, something growth here, and emerging. So these are all amazing cards about growing, and maybe there's some limitations and fears. There might have been facade and beliefs. Maybe this is maybe your own beliefs that, and the saying about recognition. So I do believe that there's abundance coming for you and reasons to celebrate. So this is fantastic. Let's pull some of your tarot. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. This is for pile 1, Spirit. What do they need to know about this emerging prosperity? The first card that fell out is Justice. And what I'm going to do is just lay the cards in a spread, and then we'll get into the meanings. Great start. Too many. Wow. Okay. Too many, but I feel like this one we need. Seven of Swords. This is past energy. 10 of Cups. Present. Five of Wands. Page of Wands. Great card. These are great cards. Future. Knight of Wands. Awesome. A lot of movement. I don't know if you feel it or saw it in the cards. Okay. All these cards fell out here, but I think I'm going to keep them because they seem to be important. So the card that came out here was the Page of Cups. I think this is the recognition that someone deserves here, this Page of Cups. It's a message. Let's see. And then you also have the Two of Cups. I'm sorry, the Two of Swords and the Hermit. Very interesting. Okay. I'm going to leave these here because I feel like they're part of your message. We don't usually get additional cards here, but I'm going to leave them. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is someone who's very intellectual. This is a business person. This is someone who's a leader. Maybe this is representing you and how you are a leader and or should be a leader, okay? Maybe you're starting your own business. Maybe you're this could be relating to a boss. Maybe you want to be a boss here, or you are a boss. But maybe, or this is something that you need to take the lead on, okay? Because it's saying here, recognition. Someone deserves to be recognized for all that they do. So hopefully that is your situation. But there seems to be fears and limitations and a facade and beliefs. So maybe that was a past thinking of you. And now maybe you're growing to be a leader here, a business person, someone who's very business savvy and someone who's very intelligent, someone who could make decisions, face, the law, rules, and authority. This is a great card, okay? Let's see. The first card you have is Justice, and this has to do with making a final decision, finding a balance, maybe karmic justice. Let's see if we could pull a few cards to see what relates to these two, okay? So let's see, Justice. Wow. All right, we have this King of Swords again. Now, this balance, this King of Swords could be someone in your energy. It could be a boss or a person around you is taking this King of Swords energy. The King of Swords can have a few meanings. So let me just go back and see who we're talking about here. We have the Knight of Swords, and this has to do with someone being, someone either having something that happens swiftly, um, a quick action. This could be some interaction that happens, maybe confrontational, or someone's very determined to find a balance, to be a leader. Okay, maybe that. Let's see if we can get a little more. Can I have a clarifier for this Knight of Swords? Thank you. Three of Cups and the King of Cups. These are great cards. King of Cups and the Three of Cups. This is celebrating happy times. Again, this is like celebration and abundance. Maybe you got a raise, okay? Maybe this is bringing the balance, something that happened quickly, that you became a big boss, or, you know, you became a business person, or this is your business that you started, you made a decision to act swiftly, quickly on, and following your heart, something you love. Let's see. I think that's what we could be talking about here. However, we have the Seven of Swords here. And the Seven of Swords is a little tricky. The Seven of Swords is like someone not trusting, okay? Let's see if we can get a little more about the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here, Spirit, for pile one? That's too many. Seven of Swords, thank you. We have the Star, getting a wish fulfillment. All right, we have the Star. This is what you hope for, what you wish for, healing from something. All right, the Star. Let me go a little more. Whoa, yes, the Three of... Now, I don't know if you noticed this, Three of Cups kind of flipped this way. Let me try a little more what this could be talking about. Yes, the end of a cycle. All right, so whatever was happening to you here with this Seven of Swords, there's something happened here that's ending a cycle here, all right? So maybe there was deception and you weren't growing in your company, or maybe you decided that you weren't being treated fairly, and you decided to move forward. Maybe you decide to take the lead and put your resume out, or maybe you got a wish fulfillment because you got that promotion or something that you were looking forward to. Maybe you decided that you decided to be brave here, and you started your own business. There's some end of a cycle or blessings from the universe that you got a wish fulfillment with, okay, that now is a reason to celebrate. So whatever this Seven of Swords is, it could have been your own Seven of Swords with these limitations and fears and the facade and beliefs. Maybe you were doubting yourself, and this could have been your own deception, your worst enemy, right? You could have said, oh, I can't do that job, or maybe in the past you were doubting your abilities, or you were doubting, had doubts or limitations. Your fears got the best of you, okay? They were facade, they weren't true. This is past energy, okay? And it's very possible that could have kept you, they were false beliefs about yourself. However, I'm seeing this an end of a cycle. You got blessings from the universe. There's something very good that happened to you here. You got good news. There's reason to celebrate. There's an end of a cycle. And you're getting a wish fulfillment. Something's happening here that you got a wish fulfillment. Made you very, very happy. Okay? Very, very happy, right? This is the 10 of Cups. They're very happy. This could be family. This could be just you feeling blissfully happy with the rainbows and luck in your favor here. And I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck was the Five of Pentacles, where someone was feeling a lack. This could also be the limitations that you were putting on yourself or abandoning a situation, okay? There's the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands had to be, whether this is talking about a competitive situation, maybe you had to stand your ground about something. Maybe you're saying, I know I deserve more. I deserve this money. I deserve more money. I'm a good person. I work my butt off. And something happened here where either you started defending yourself, and it's making you happy, okay? Yes, maybe you had some bad luck, or you had, a bad boss, or you had, like, you were stuck in a situation that wasn't for your highest good here with the devil energy, okay? But this is past energy, because it seems like you're in a happy position now. You're happy, you stood your ground, okay? Defended your position. Seven of Pentacles, yes. You decided to stand your ground about something. And this is waiting for your reward here with the Seven of Pentacles. And this is exactly what this is talking about, recognition. Doing the hard work, receiving the payout with the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for your money, waiting for the reward. And this is the Fool card. And the Fool card is talking about something new, a new adventure, a new beginning. It's very possible you stood your ground for your own happiness. Maybe you were stuck in a situation that you were not growing, okay? And now you decided this freedom that's giving you the freedom. Maybe you started your own business. Maybe you're going to be your own boss. Maybe you decided you're emerging. There's something happening here with your business, or you decide to start your own business, something new you've never done before. Maybe you're starting a whole new career. There's something here that will be rewarding, is what this is saying. It's like your hard work will pay off, okay? And it may be something you've never done before. It's maybe something that you love, okay? I know this is the Lovers card, this is like a very romantic card, but it could also be something that you love, a project that you love, something that fills your heart. Maybe you just, like me with spirit work, I also have a full-time job. So to me, this is what fills my heart. Reading tarot and helping others, and connecting with spirit. And that to me is filling my soul. So is this something that's filling your soul? Is there something you found that will give you some rewarding results like that? Makes you feel like you love to do what you're doing, okay? I'm also seeing there's a challenge here. And the challenge is some conflict. With this, the Five of Wands, this is conflict. Okay, this could be internal conflict. This could be actual conflict. Let's see if we could find a little more of what you feel in conflict about. The Queen of Cups. This is expressing your emotions. This is how generous you are and kind. Let's see if we could get a little more about this. This is expressing your emotions. Yes, someone feels stuck in fear here. And this is like the same message here as this, fears and limitations. This Eight of Swords is someone who feels stuck, someone who has fears. This is your own worst enemy. Sometimes these are your own internal thoughts, okay, about what you're doing. Maybe you're worried. You have worry and fear with this new job or this new goal that you're going to go for. Whatever this is, this new adventure that you're aiming for. Maybe you're fearful of it, okay? Maybe you're a little fear. You have some fear. Or maybe you're worried, can I do this job? Will I be able to do it? It could be limiting you, okay? But these are false beliefs, all right? This Eight of Swords is, these are things in your mind, thoughts in your mind, negative thoughts in your mind that you it's just your fear talking. It's just your fears that are talking. They're not true. They're not true. It's not reality. It's your fears. It's your worries. These are these things that are in your mind that could keep you stuck. Okay. I don't think you're going to stay stuck. I think these are just emotions. You're just very emotional about it. These are things you're probably worrying about. You might be praying. Okay, this is the Hierophant. Maybe you're moving to a big company. Maybe you're worried about the commitment. These are all things that you could be worrying about. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Yeah, the Four of Swords. This is like someone, it could be stressing you out so much that you need to take a break. You need to take a rest. Okay. Um, the Four of Swords is just taking a temporary break. Maybe you need a vacation. Maybe you need a spa day. Maybe Spirit's saying just try and take your mind off this in some way. Okay. If you can, maybe you need to rest. Okay. It seems to be under a lot of stress with all this changes. It could just be the change that's making you a little stressed. Okay. So what I'm seeing is this Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is like a message that comes to you with passion. This is also my level up card. It's very possible that you're deciding to learn something new. Maybe you're taking a class. Maybe you're leveling up. This is my level up card from where you were. Okay, maybe this is what's bringing the balance. You're starting to do something new. It's igniting a passion in you. It's igniting a fire, something that you enjoy doing, a spark that you'd like to do. Okay. Tell me about this. Whoa. We have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is a lot of responsibility. It's someone who's overwhelmed. This could be just learning experience too. All right. This person is learning new things. All right. Maybe you feel a little stressed at the moment because this new job or this new venture, this new journey, whatever this new responsibility you're going to do, whatever this is, whatever you're working on here, um, could give you more responsibility, could give you more work, more stress. But it could also be you learning new experiences, which is going to level you up. It's going to improve your abilities, your skills, your resume. Okay, so if you want to move forward to do something else, this is going to enlighten you in many ways. Okay, but it may be stressed right now. You may be adding an additional responsibility, which could be causing some stress for you, but it's going to level you up here. Yes, and the strength. You're worried, and this did come out reversed. You're kind of worried that, will I have the strength to do this? Will I be able to commit to this? You're just having fears and doubts. You're stressing out a little bit. What I see is you're emerging and you're growing into prosperity. This is going to bring you more money. This is going to bring you more abundance and reasons to celebrate. So if you're having a weak moment and you're wondering, am I going to get through this? You are. There's the strength here. You are. You may be overwhelmed right now, but you're going to do it. It's telling me that you are. Maybe you need a little time out at the moment. Okay. For your mind, so you're not so stressed out, worrying about all these things, that you could just take a nice break, right? A nice big break. I think you're going to get rewarded for all of this. Okay. And what I'm seeing here is this Knight of Wands, and this Knight of Wands is moving so fast toward something that they're passionate about. They're moving forward with gusto, is how I like to say it. There's creative ideas and passion in this person as they're going forward. So this is growth and movement toward this prosperity and towards this emerging, whatever this recognition is that you are going to get, whatever this is, this business deal, this promotion, Maybe you're moving further than that. You're going to be your own boss. Maybe your business is going to start to grow here. Okay. It might have been taking a long time. Maybe it's taking a while to grow. This Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight, but the pentacle is very rewarding when they get to the destination. So if you have a goal in mind, your business may take a few years to grow. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. It's momentum. There's growing into prosperity. You're nurturing it. You're growing it. Okay. That's what I think here. Wow. Yes, we have the King of Cups. This may be so emotional to you. You may feel, um, this is touching your heart, something you love to do. Okay. Maybe this is something you really love to do and following your passion. Okay. And that's what we're talking about here right now. These are too many that fell. So whatever this King of Cups is, it's very emotional to you. And, you're following a passion. You're starting to, maybe you researched or maybe you decided to add additional stress here by, additional work. Maybe you added school on top of your full-time job, or you added some, like, just feel this spark here. It may feel overwhelming, but you do have the strength. It's telling me you have the strength and you are definitely growing into something very, you know, promising. Okay. And so you're following your heart. Okay. What's in your heart? Yes. And we have temperance. So this is patience, having the patience, being guided by spirit. This rainbow, this is like a spiritual, temperance is an angel here. This is guided by spirit. You having patience toward whatever this goal is that you're passionately heading toward. It's saying to be patient, and it's guided by spirit, basically following, maybe this is like you're following your intuition. It's something that's making you feel very passionate about, okay, and moving forward. And could be, you're trying to find a balance, or maybe you're choosing between something, okay, maybe something that's overwhelming. You have to choose between. You're trying to organize. You're trying to figure things out and balance things in a way that you can accomplish these things. What I do see is the Nine of Cups, because there's reward for this. This is receiving blessings and getting a wish fulfillment. So whatever this is that you have in mind will be very successful, so much that you have this page, this Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is a huge reward and recognition and abundance. And there's definitely celebration and abundance coming your way here. Okay, so this is a big payout, a big reward, a big raise, whatever wealth means to you. Okay. And this Page of Cups is like you receiving good news about this money. Maybe this new money's coming, or this new opportunity that makes you, with this prosperity, you're going to hear some good news. Maybe this will open up. If it's your own business, you're going to get this big job opportunity that comes to you. Okay. And it could bring you more money. It could open up doors that bring you more money here. Definitely, because we also have the Empress, and the Empress is full of abundance. She's talking about abundance. She's confident, stable, grounded, abundant. This is wealth, okay? This is beautiful. Growth from where you were, all right? This is prosperity. This is building growth here. Maybe your company is growing. For some reason, there is some sort of conflict here. I think you're undecided, and this is why Spirit's saying, whatever you're being nudged to do with your intuition, the best thing for you is to trust your intuition, because it's not going to steer you wrong what your gut is telling you to do. And it might not make sense all the time right away, and people may think you're crazy for following your intuition, but You're being, there's something telling you to follow it, okay? And whatever that is, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but there's something here that you're, you may be stressed right now and overwhelmed, and they're going to be like, you're crazy for adding that to your thing, or whatever it is. um this is your journey, and this is what I'm seeing is that you have a difficult decision to make. This may be a tough decision, and the hermit is like, this is your journey. This is something that you need to figure out, what you want to do. It's really going deep into what's going to make you happy, what's going to be abundant for you, and making the choices. These are for you to decide. This is the hermit here, where it's a lot of introspect, learning a lot about yourself and what you want to do, and making the decision. And maybe that's why you're picked this reading today, because you want more. Okay, you want this big abundance, and I'm seeing you have this prosperity, and you're emerging. So you're growing and nurturing and emerging, and this will be freedom. So there's something here that you are thinking of doing, but there's some fear that may be holding you back, and spirit's bringing you back here and telling you that whatever you put your mind to, whatever growth you are planning on, you are strong enough to do it. And yes, you may work like crazy. You may be a little overwhelmed, or you may add something else to your list of things that you're doing, but you could very strong. And Spirit's saying you're strong and you can do this. And when you do, you're guided by Spirit for this. This is something that's going to give you many rewards and blessings and financial reward, some abundance here. So don't think that you can't do it. Okay? And that's your main message. These fears, these are limitations, could be holding you back. Spirit saying you're strong and you can do this. Okay? Um, Beautiful. Yes. And the Four of Pentacles, this Four of Pentacles, it's representing your financial stability and security, um, and a feeling of being successful. Okay. Um, and that's what I think is what you're worried about here. Are you going to be able to follow through with this plan? And Spirit saying, yes, you can, with careful planning and determination. You're going to get to this great abundance, okay, that you deserve here, emerging prosperity. Okay, and I'm going to read this card, recognition. Someone deserves to be recognized for all that they do. And let me read this for you right now. It's card number 33. And this card says, many times in life, we block ourselves from receiving the recognition we deserve, or we forget to give proper recognition to the people who have played a key role in our lives. Someone around you, or maybe even you, deserves to be recognized for all that they do. This person is emotionally available, sincere, kind, compassionate, and generous. Can you feel the gratitude and affection you have for them? Gratitude. Be willing to give thanks to those who are making a difference in your life and in the lives of others. Recognizing people for their contributions helps them to feel valued and inspires them to continue being the amazing, unconditionally supportive individuals they are. Starting today, take time out to recognize someone for their compassion and support, someone who truly cares, going above and beyond to selflessly giving of themselves. This card could also mean that you are about to be recognized as a professional in your field. If you feel like you've been overlooked, taken advantage of, or unappreciated, this is an opportunity for you to look at any personal beliefs that may be keeping you from receiving gratitude and praise. People can only appreciate you to the extent that you feel worthy of that appreciation. Go within to uncover anything that is keeping you from receiving the recognition or acknowledgement that you deserve. Wow, pile one. That's what this is. It's fear keeping you from this. You deserve this. You do hard work and you're going to move forward. And I think you're going to do something like wonderful here, and receive this amazing abundance, celebration, and gifts here. This wonderful abundance that's coming to you. Okay, pile one, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And I'll see you again. Until next time. Hi, pile two. Your card is communication and also freedom. Now, what is so funny is that this is very similar to pile one. So you may want to go back and read that one, watch that reading as well. But this card also came out in a different form, in a different deck, but it did come out with this kind of message. Okay, so while you're watching, I'm going to pull a oracle card for you. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile two. What do they need to know about communication and freedom? The truth shall set you free is what I just heard. I think that came out in one of my previous readings. This is for pile two, communication and freedom. I'm also hearing that this will give whatever we're talking about here, that sometimes someone could have the freedom to express themselves in a way that they want, okay? And some positions or some jobs or some situations, someone is not able to do that all the time. But this is talking about you speaking freely, communicating freely. Okay, that's too many. Wow. I just have to say, these cards, this limiting beliefs came out in pile one, but in a different deck. So this may be the same reading. Both piles may be talking about the same thing in a different way. I just find spirit fascinating sometimes. Okay, so all the time, actually. Okay, Spirit, what is their card for pile two? Thank you. Dark night of the soul. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. Wow. That's pretty intense there, actually. Wow. At the bottom of the deck is judgment. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. So I'm going to read this one too, because these are like, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, to me, the definition of spiritual awakening in tarot is the judgment card. So these are very, intense cards here about you being free to communicate and express yourself here. Yeah. So let's pull one of these. And like happens, this is for pile two, Spirit. What do they need to know? The truth shall set you free here. Responsibility. Wow. Truth. Celebration. Wow. Let's pull some of these. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile two. What do they need to know? about this communication, freedom. Growth by summer. Higher self activation. That's exactly what spiritual awakening is. It's like you're activating your higher self. Wow. Remember awakening. Amazing, guys. Okay. This is like a pretty deep reading about you going through something that's giving you the freedom. Okay. Your higher self is activated. Something with communication. There may be something that you receive, some message that you receive here. It may have to do with family, home, and commitments. Okay. But there's going to be growth and promise with the truth here. Someone's responsibility to speak the truth, maybe. And there'll be celebration and growth by the summer. Yes, there may be separation and longing that is happening right now. And it's saying to be open to receive. It's beautiful. Yeah, renewal, spark. So there is something that's really amazing here. Nurture, which also came out in pile 1, the nurture card, and compassion. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. Let's ask Spirit with tarot here. Okay, Spirit, what does pile 2 need to know? The truth shall set you free. I keep saying that. I'm drawn to pull one of these. Before I do a tarot here, I'm being told to pull a tea leaf for you. Okay, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. Family wishes come true. Flowers, happiness. Beautiful. Wall, misunderstanding. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Okay, pile 2. So I lost some of my video, so I had pulled some cards, but I'm gonna catch you up on what you just missed. So the last card was someone is leaving your life. Chair empty. Then we have obstacles to overcome with hills. Secret admirer, vase or vase. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Mountain road, you are on the road to success. And then these 2 was shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. And danger, especially in money matters. So maybe you're going into business with someone here, but it's saying you're on the road to success. I should have read that one last. So whatever's happening here. So what I just wanted to point out, and I don't know if you saw this or not, but you have these 2 pages. Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, trying to communicate here. And I think that's what we're talking about, communication. But I'm noticing that both of them are looking away from each other. I mean, this one is looking toward this person, but they're looking completely away. I don't see how these two are communicating. Because they're so, like, her whole entire body is facing one way, and she, there's just something. This could be a misunderstanding, or this could be an issue in this, whatever spirit's bringing this up now, with some conversation or communication that's needed to be had. Okay. Now, I pulled a few cards, and the first card was this Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords has to do with something that happens very quickly. This is a very quick communication. This could be someone who is confrontational, or just someone's very determined. Okay. So maybe whoever's expressing this emotion or this message to you could have happened very quickly or suddenly. Okay. We also have the Empress card, which is the mother. Okay. So I don't know if this is relating to someone's mother. It doesn't have to be, but this is, she could represent the mother card. She could also mention someone who's with child. Okay. This could be also abundance. Okay. Something growing with abundance. So maybe this message, someone decided to go very nurturing. Maybe they wanted to nurture the conversation. They were trying to be very grounded and loving. Okay. Because very confident message. She's full of love here and abundance. So, and very grounded and comfortable. Okay. So I don't know if this is the message, the approach someone had, or is this a conversation with someone's mother that happened? Okay. But I am seeing that there is, and I'm going to cover her a little bit. This is the end of a cycle here with the world. So the world is like ending of a cycle. It's just natural cycle ending. So is this conversation something that happened quickly ended? Maybe there was a conversation, a misunderstanding, or something happened here, and it ended a cycle. Okay, it ended something here. I'm also seeing the Five of Cups. So somebody was very sad about this conversation or this message, okay? Maybe they received a sad message, a message that made them sad, or they received a message that made them look back and have regrets, okay? So there's something here. This is feeling very sad. So this person is, sending a message here. However, I don't know if they're really communicating, since I don't see them facing each other really, okay? And this could be making someone sad. They're trying to grow the connection. Maybe they acted very quickly, and something's ending here. There's some cycle that's ending, or something's happening here. Let's see if we could get a little more with this Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords likes to speak the truth. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords. And this has to do with the heartbreak or a separation. So I do believe that there might have been something here, some communication that hurt somebody. Okay, there was a separation, there was a breakup. And this person with the Page of Swords wants to speak the truth, their truth. Okay, they want to get to the matter of things. They want to speak with clarity. This could also be, and I do think we're talking about communication. So let's just see if we can find out what the Page of Swords is here. Okay, and what I am noticing with the Page of Swords and the Empress, I don't know, and I'm also noticing that, wow, I'm going to have to share this because I just noticed it. If you notice in the Page of Swords, there is a white owl here, or a white bird flying over here, okay? But I'm just noticing in the Knight of Swords is the bird over here flying. And then I also notice in the Empress, there are two white birds at the top there. So I feel like that may be a significance here, okay? So let's see, if someone's trying to communicate a message, the owl is, it has to do with wisdom and intuition. Can I have a clarifier for the Page of Swords? Yeah, there's a hangman. Maybe somebody didn't respond fast enough, okay? Maybe one of you responded very quickly, okay? It doesn't have to be confrontational. Maybe their response was very quick, and they did some response very quickly. They communicated very quickly. However, maybe the other person, there's a delay in the response. Maybe they didn't respond right away, okay? Maybe they're um, taking a back seat for a moment, okay? This could be making one of the people upset, because I feel like one person said, I'm going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to use my nurturing self. I'm going to communicate with love here and tell them how I feel. And then that's it. I'm done. I did my part. Okay. That's what I think this could be with the world card. They said, I'm going to do it. And then I did my part, and that's it. If I don't hear from them, that's it. And now there may be some sadness, or, they're upset about this because maybe they didn't hear back yet, or something happened here with this. Let's just say there's a delay, and someone feels like they've been backstabbed with the Ten of Swords. Okay. This feels like it could have ended the separation. It could have caused a separation here. Can I have a clarifier for the swords? Yes. Okay. Someone could be overwhelmed right now, very stressed, have a lot going on, okay, at the moment. However, what I'm seeing is this King of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So maybe this person, this King of Pentacles is very secure and stable. They're very wealthy in a way where this could be just their emotions. Maybe they're just feeling very secure and stable in their position regarding this. All right, whatever the situation is. And with the Six of Cups, maybe they feel strong. I'm sorry, the Six of Swords. This is when things get chaotic, that somebody like mentally checks out, or they leave, they travel, they go away for a little while. Sometimes people go in their caves, okay, and they don't communicate. Maybe this person feels more stronger and secure in their cave, all right, where they feel like it's best to just go away for a while. All right, so this person could be checking out mentally here. So let's see, and that's what the delay is. Maybe they didn't feel strong enough to come and communicate. All right, so let's see. I do see with this Ace of Pentacles is wealth and abundance that's coming, okay? So if this could be a lot of things. This could be a conversation that's all, whatever wealth means to you. Yes, we do have someone taking the lead with this King of Swords. This is someone coming forward and taking the lead, speaking the truth. And communicating rather with the head rather than the heart. They're being more logical, okay? Intellectual. Where this cup, this Page of Cups is very emotional. We have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Swords. Someone made a very difficult decision to walk away from someone. Okay, the Two of Swords is a difficult decision. They have a tough decision. So either they're deciding to leave it behind, to have abundance for growth for this connection with somebody. Okay, they could be letting it go, or they're having a tough decision to walk away from someone. Okay, or just to end this situation, because I do see that there's a lot of growth here, whether this is emotional growth, spiritual growth, higher self activation, an awakening, someone's being open to receive, having a renewal, nurturing and compassion. So maybe one of you or both of you are deciding to just make this difficult decision to let it go. Okay, it's to let it go so that you can build again, that you can build together, and not judging each other, or to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. Okay, so maybe someone's thinking in a higher level and deciding to take the responsibility and let it go so that this relationship can get back to where it was. Okay. So the challenge is this Ace of Cups, and this has to do with love, an abundance of love or self-love. All right. So let's see if we can find out what this is. I do feel like this, this either commitment here or family, that this is happening with. What is the Ace of Cups here for? Yeah. Somebody wants to heal here, and there's a Page of Pentacles. They want to come with an offer to heal, okay? Getting a wish fulfillment because there's a lot of love here. All right. So this looks very promising, and I know that you both love each other. Maybe you're both waiting for the other to give an olive branch to reach out here with an offer, okay, to promote the healing, to getting a wish fulfillment. Maybe you're both hoping for this. This could be why it's in the challenge position, or I just feel like Spirit's just letting you know that you both really do love each other, or there's a lot of love here, whether this is family or I do feel like there's going to be growth here. There's going to be an opportunity to speak the truth, um, and communicate, okay, which will give you the freedom to move past whatever this is that's happening, the separation and the connection. And again, I'm seeing justice, finding balance, okay? Again, this is with justice. And I see the Queen of Cups, who's very loving and emotional and offers nurturing, very intuitive. I do see this conversation. Someone's going to express the way they feel. They're going to tell you how they feel. This could be a new beginning. They are going to take a chance, take a risk, okay, and open this communication up. Okay, someone could feel stuck at the moment. All right. They could have a little fear about this. They could feel stuck. They could be having all these doubts in their minds, okay, or just fear how you'll take their message or if you'll accept them, open to receive. And what I'm seeing is it's going to work out with this Three of Cups. They're very happy. They're celebrating. This is celebration. Maybe you'll get together and and just be happy again, all right, and celebrate. That's what I'm seeing, renewal and spark, bringing us back together with nurture. There's a lot of love here. So I feel like there'll be, you'll reconnect again. So there is someone here with the Seven of Cups who could be very confused. Okay, so whether there's options or just someone's confused a little bit. So what is this about? Yes, okay. Okay, so what the cards that just fell all over the place here with the Seven of Cups is someone could be confused maybe at the moment. They're unsure or they have a lot of things going in their mind. And what I'm seeing is, with work, there could be progress on this, okay? There can be security, there's stability here. With, there's growth. There's going to be growth by the summer, okay? It's going to take a little work, but there'll be growth here, okay? And what I'm seeing is there might have been some gossip. Somebody has to be defensive, maybe, all right? And I'm also seeing with the Knight of Wands, it's like someone's following their passion or they're believing their passion and they're going for something that they believe in. All right. Full speed ahead. So I just think it's going to take a little time. There could be some confusion, but it's going to take time to work things together. Okay. Maybe someone could be defensive, like I said. Someone may want to just go ahead, full speed ahead with what they, this fiery energy, but the other may need to take time, because they feel a little defensive. They could be feeling a little unsure. All right. And it's because of, like, it's going to take time to get back to the relationship the way it was. Okay. It needs time to heal. Right. So that's exactly what this is. The Seven of Pentacles is saying that with hard work, um, there'll be success. There'll be, progress. All right. From where you were. So this will all work out. Because I believe someone thought for sure this was the end of the connection. All right. They felt backstabbed and were very hurt. So it's going to take time to grow. Right now they're in defense mode. Maybe you don't trust as much right now. And it's saying that eventually with hard work and eventually in some time, that you will build the relationship back up again. Okay. And we have the 10, yeah, because someone felt deceived. There was deception here. Someone felt like they don't trust them right now. Okay. And that's okay. Whatever happened, your feelings are valid. But I do believe that there's so much love between you that you may overlook this, or you may try and communicate a way that you can both move forward, okay, in the connection and build it up again. And I do believe that's going to happen here with this 10 of Cups. This is like the happy family card. Being happy, blissful, and content, okay? So there's promise here for moving forward. Yes, and bringing a balance with the Two of Pentacles. So I do think there'll be a balance here, and that's what just started with Justice. It's finding a balance, okay? Yes, there'll be security and stability with this connection again, and this is like commitment, and being like family. This could also represent family. Yes, with hard work. I do think there's going to work. You're both going to work at it. You're both going to work it out, and it'll be, yes, this communication is the start of everything. It's going to be a big conversation, a big action, and big communication. That's going to happen. That's going to start this over again here, this connection. Okay. And that's, I'm pretty sure. Yes, because right now, someone feels abandoned, someone feels left out, maybe someone feels a lack right now. And I think that's what the issue is, because right now, there's separation. Okay, there's longing. All right. And the truth is, going to happen here. And eventually connection will work out. But I do believe that there is some, major judgments happening here, and, major decisions and dark night of the soul. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. This could have really changed you in a way, whatever happened here. So I'm going to read these cards for you. I'm going to read Judgment first, number 13. You are being asked to let go of all judgments. Nope, I'm hearing Spirit wants to read this one. Dark Night of the Soul. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and this is number 42. Okay, so this card reads, the dark night of the soul is a term used to describe a period of confusion. That's what card was saying, confusion. Confusion, loneliness, and perhaps isolation. This sounds dark and it feels dark, but the truth is this period of your soul's development is about spiritual transformation. Your ego and your higher consciousness are at war, and the battle is a grueling one. The struggle takes place in uncomfortable territory, a middle ground where you cannot go back to the old ways of being, and you're not ready to progress into the new ways of being either. It may even feel as if you are permanently stuck. Your pain is very present, and no matter what you do, you cannot seem to break free from this mental and emotional prison. This card has arrived today to assure you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and not only will you make it through this dark night, but you will come out of it completely transformed. You will know without a shadow of a doubt who you really are. Your ego is going to step aside and let the real you come forward. And when it does, you will be fully awakened to your true self. That's very beautiful. Yeah, the truth is setting you free here. There's going to be reason to celebrate. There's going to be growth. This will be rectified. I do feel like that's what this card is, isolating, abandonment. Um, but there is definitely a conversation that's going to happen here. And with hard work, I do see a progress. In the meantime, a little warning, these two cards that came out about your money. So watch your money matters, okay? It's just a little warning. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So keep an eye out for your, your social, all your accounts, okay? Make sure you're not clicking on any links of these scammers now. They're getting really good at it. Okay, pile two, that's your message. Please like and subscribe. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you again. Until next time. Okay, pile two. I thought I would read you the judgment card, although Spirit saying the main card was the one I read in your pile. But I do think I'm going to read this for you. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. Number 13, and I'm going to read this for you. And it says, you need not worry about others' judgments. If you are currently experiencing judgment or criticism directed at you, you are being asked to let it go. Do not hold on to or allow these judgments to define you. When someone is pointing a finger, it is because on a subconscious level, they are judging themselves. For whatever reason, something you said or did triggered their insecurities. This is not your fault, and it is in your best interest to ignore the criticisms, forgive them, and move on. Do not get stuck in the endless cycle of trying to please someone who refuses to look within his or her own self. At the same time, you are being asked to release your judgments of others and look within whenever these judgments arise. All judgments are ultimately self-judgments. If you find yourself being judgmental or overly critical of someone, ask yourself, what is happening inside of me that is triggering these insecurities? If you are willing to listen to the truth behind your judgments, it will be easier for you to process your insecurities, forgive yourself for them, and find the love of self that naturally translates into compassion toward others too. As soon as you see your judgments and criticisms for what they really are, past wounds that were ignored or never healed properly, it will feel as if a huge weight has been lifted from your shoulders as well as your heart. You are being asked to let go of all judgments toward others and forgive those that judge you. That was your card, pile two.